Hi everyone, it's Vicky here. I'm going to do a video today to you about Hecate. I'm going to read from one of my favourite books about her, which is Crossroads. Okay, The Path of Hecate. Very good book. Any of you that want to research her, this is a very good book. As most of you who watch my videos know, Hecate is my deity and the only deity I can follow. I'm interested in Thoth as my god, but mainly I just work with the goddess Hecate and fairies. A lot of you probably disagree that I don't have the god involved, but in certain ways I don't use one specific god in my rituals if I'm calling on the god and the goddess together. So that's basically it. I'm going to do a few videos on Hecate to let people know about it. I've decided also not to do any videos on death, rebirth and dying. No one was really interested. Didn't get much good feedback about it, so I'm gathering that is a very touchy subject and no one likes it. Well, it should be celebrated death, but that is for another story. Anyway, so today I am going to read to you about the goddess Hecate. I just want to apologise for my pronunciations. I do get stuck on some words and some of my pronunciations may be wrong, so I do apologise. And if you want to criticise my way I read, fine, I accept it. So, Hecate is, in most descriptions of her, she is mentioned only briefly, and then only as a dread queen of witches, and a goddess of the underworld. As a minor deity, who, according to mainstream academics, figured little in religion of the ancient Greeks to Christianity, she is a demon, worshipped in ignorance by the common folk of the Middle Ages and Renaissance. To fundamentalist sects, she is recognized merely as another aspect of Satan, attempting to seduce souls away from their version of the truth, and sadly among many contemporary pagans who are aware of her, she is often regarded as politically incorrect and is ignored or even reviled. In fact, none of these images of her comes close to her true nature, her real history, nor her actual significance to the ancients. In reality, Hecate was to the ancients, and is today, a complex and powerful deity, very unlike any other worshipped by mankind. She is a goddess whose veneration, despite what amounts to bad press, has persisted for centuries and continues to the present day. In her most basic form, Hecate is certainly a goddess of magic, the patroness of women, witches, beggars, and other social outcasts. She is generally depicted in literature as either a singular maiden or crone figure, or in her triple form roaming the countryside with her sacred hounds and bearing two twin torches in hand, as she seeks out lost souls in the night. Haunting the crossroads, she is generally equated by the Wiccan religion with the crone aspect of the triple goddess, and is linked with the goddess's dark aspects, as a goddess of death and the dark of the moon. Hecate is also mentioned in Greek myth. The most famous of these is the tale of the abduction of Persephone. Now, sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, I know people will tell me. She is Persephone, the daughter of the earth goddess Demeter, by the god of the underworld Hades. Hecate also figures in the plays Macbeth and King Lear by William Shakespeare. Controversially, scholars generally state that she had few followers and that there were few, if any, temples erected to her honour. And with that, she is generally shuffled off into obscurity, often with an accompanying sigh of relief. However, this is by no means the sum total of her nature. She is also a very ancient goddess associated with her earliest days with birth, fertility, visions, dreams, and divine inspiration. According to pathograms, Hecate is the cosmic agent that transmutes all things from spirit to matter, and the great enslaw and imbues men with their very souls. Now, sorry, that was a few of me not being able to pronounce the words. I'm sorry, I'm dyslexic, so I have to apologise. While she is definitely the crone figure of the dark moon, she is also the maiden of the stars, a figure of great light and great darkness together in one being. And in the same classical myths, that are used so often to do her discredit. It is she who has domain over no less than heaven and the earth and the underworld, reigning by the mandate of gods. Far from obscure, she occupied a vital place in ancient life among both commoner and noble alike, and enjoyed not only temples erected in her honour, but the devotion of many distinguished followers. Statesmen dedicated altars to her, generals their victories, and children were named after her. Hecate was also a central figure in many of the most sacred of mystery schools of the ancient world. Her spiritual legacy predated the Greek civilization by centuries, and she was known and respected not only throughout the Mediterranean, but also in Asia, North Africa, and Western Europe. While these might seem on their faces like fantastic claims, the evidence that's in this book um, basically explains it all. That what is said is true. So I will read a few more on that for you in next videos, but I hope you've enjoyed that little bit basic information on Hecate. She is my favourite out of all the goddesses. I have altars, a small altar next to my bed and a small altar in my lounge dedicated to her. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Sorry for the way I've been talking. I just feel a bit like a frog in my throat at the minute. Also, sorry for my pronunciations, but that can't be helped because I'm a dyslexia. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and blessed be everybody.